This is the weekly sales meeting. My name is Chris Fleming. Today's topic is the difference between average and excellent. We use the terms average and excellent to describe different levels of quality or performance. Average refers to the middle point or typical level of a group of items or individuals. For example, an average score on a test is the sum of all the scores divided by the number of participants. Average may also refer to something that is typical or unremarkable. Excellent refers to something that is of very high quality or performance. It is a term used to describe something that exceeds expectations or standards. It is something that is outstanding in some way. For example, an excellent performance on a test would be one that is far and away above the average score. Several factors can distinguish excellence from average. These include consistency, attention to detail, innovation and creativity, and focus. It can also be based on continuous learning, personal improvement, and maintaining high standards. The distinguishing factors between these two involve a combination of mindset, behavior, and skill. Achieving excellence requires a strong commitment to personal growth and development. You must have the willingness to take risks, the mindset to try new things, and a dedication to maintaining high standards of performance and quality. As basketball coach Pat Riley noted, excellence is the gradual result of always striving to be better. Let's examine these elements of excellence. It reads a lot like a roll call. One element often leads to the next. Because of one, the next is sure to follow. The first is consistency. People who achieve excellence often show a high level of consistency. They are able to maintain a high standard over time, even when faced with challenges and obstacles. This consistency often plays out in attention to detail, which is above all others. Those who achieve excellence often pay close attention to details. It does not mean they are detail-oriented, but that they are committed to getting things right. They are willing to put in the extra effort to ensure that their work is of the highest quality. Because of this attention to detail, it gives those in its ranks breathing room. This is the space to think, and it leads to innovation and creativity. People who achieve excellence often have the willingness to think outside the box. They are the ones who come up with new and innovative solutions to problems. They are not satisfied with the status quo and are always looking for ways to improve. While creativity is a process of thought, innovation is the process of action. Because these are attributes of the excellent, they are often the focus. They have the discipline to reach their plans of thought and action. Achieving excellence requires a high level of focus and discipline. The excellent are able to stay focused on their goals. They maintain a strong work ethic even when faced with distractions or setbacks. Because they desire excellence, they strive for continuous learning and improvement. They are open to feedback and are willing to make adjustments to their approach to achieve better results. This all leads them to hold themselves to a higher standard. Achieving excellence requires setting high standards for oneself and holding oneself accountable to those standards. People who achieve excellence are not satisfied with mediocrity. They are always striving to do better. As you can see, these traits are all related and interdependent. Separating oneself from the average is about standing out from the crowd in a positive way. It is achieved through exceptional performance, unique individuality, or ambitious goal setting. Excellence is the quality of being outstanding in a particular field or pursuit. It involves surpassing the average or expected level of performance. It involves striving for the highest level of achievement. Excellence can be pursued in any area of life. It is characterized by a commitment to continuous improvement. The key element is a willingness to go above and beyond what is required. They are willing to put in the time, effort, and dedication required to achieve their goals. Excellence is not only about achieving success, but about maintaining high levels of performance. Because of this high-level aim, the excellent continue to improve over time. Those who strive for excellence often find that their pursuit itself is rewarding, and that the satisfaction that comes from achieving their goals is only part of the experience. The amount of effort required to achieve excellence versus an average level of performance can vary. It depends on the task, your abilities, and other factors. What it requires is the willingness to achieve. As we established, excellence involves going above and beyond what is expected. It requires a higher level of commitment. It requires dedication, practice, and advanced skills. It may involve pushing oneself out of one's comfort zone. It definitely involves persistence to push through setbacks and obstacles. One must be willing to invest time time, energy, and resources into developing their skills, knowledge, and expertise. They may need to seek out extra training or education. It requires regular practice, and it requires we seek feedback and guidance from mentors or experts in our field. Achieving excellence often involves a mindset shift. We must move from doing only what is required to achieving the goals we set for ourselves. These goals demand constant improvement and constant growth. It requires a willingness to take risks. We need to be comfortable making and learning from our mistakes. We must embrace the challenges and opportunities that come with pursuing excellence. The rewards and sense of fulfillment that come from reaching that level of performance can be well worth the investment. While the effort may only be a bit more, the difference between average and excellent can be significant. Achieving an average level of performance requires meeting a minimum standard, while achieving excellence involves going above and beyond what is required. This is the weekly sales meeting. My name is Chris Fleming. Today's topic is the difference between average and excellent. What companies are considered average? Which are considered excellent? Well, here are a few examples of companies that were considered average. Kmart was once a popular discount retail chain. It became synonymous with mediocre. It was even lampooned by Dustin Hoffman's character in the movie Rain Man. Its fortunes have been well documented. And in 2023, there are only 3 Kmart stores still in existence. Sears is another former retail giant that was once the standard bearer for consumerism and now is a cautionary tale of mediocrity. It folded its operations in late 2019. And Blockbuster Video is another well-documented case. Blockbuster was once a dominant player in the video rental industry, but it failed to keep up with the shift toward online streaming. It went bankrupt in 2010. There is only one remaining Blockbuster store in the United States, and you can find it in Bend, Oregon. So we know what stands for average. What is the gold standard for excellence? Excellent companies include Apple, Amazon, and Google. Why, you ask? Apple is one of the most successful and innovative companies in the world, and they are famous for high-quality products, strong brand identity, and a loyal customer base. Amazon has revolutionized the way people shop online. It has expanded into a variety of industries, including cloud computing and entertainment. Google is one of the most recognizable and widely used companies in the world. It is known for its powerful search engine, innovative products, and commitment to sustainability and social responsibility. It is worth noting that a company's status as average or excellent can change over time. It all depends on factors such as market trends, management decisions, and even external forces. As you can see from our examples, the average ones were once excellent, and most of the excellent ones didn't exist when the average was considered excellent. As Apple's Steve Jobs once said, be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. The gap between average and excellent can be significant in terms of performance, quality, and outcomes. It can be revealed in results, reputation, impact, innovation, and high perceived value. Companies of excellence are recognized as leaders in their field, while others don't achieve the same level of success. The excellent enjoy a better than average reputation, one that affords it better opportunities, increased consumer trust, and greater marketplace respect. These companies have a greater impact on their field. They are often the standard bearers for their respective categories. They become known as innovators. They may be more willing to take risks and try new things. They learn to think outside the box to achieve better outcomes. All that leads to an above-average brand value proposition, which can translate to higher perceived value and a high price of goods sold. Warren Bennis, an American scholar and author, put it this way: excellence is a better teacher than mediocrity. The lessons of the ordinary are everywhere. Truly profound and original insights are to be found only in studying the exemplary. While the gap between average and excellent can be wide, it is not a canyon. In the sales profession, we can close the gap with a little more effort. Closing the gap between average and excellent requires more work, that commitment, and that willingness to learn and grow. Start by setting goals. Define specific, measurable goals that will help you move from an average level of performance to an excellent one. Break these goals down into smaller steps that are achievable and realistic. Dedicate time and effort to improving your skill and knowledge. Seek out feedback and guidance from mentors, coaches, and experts to identify areas where you can improve. Regular practice is required. Practice is essential for closing the gap between average and excellent. In a moment of crisis, we revert to our highest level of practice training. John Gardner was Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare under President Lyndon Johnson. He held the distinction of being the only Republican in a Democratic cabinet. He said it this way: excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well. Make it your habit to practice your skills until you can do them well. You can do that through scheduled exercise sessions, ongoing learning blocks, or seeking out new challenges. Don't be afraid to take on new challenges. Stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone. Learn from your mistakes. Mistakes and failures are opportunities to learn and improve. Embrace them as part of the learning process. Use them as feedback to adjust your approach and improve your performance. Find your internal or external motivation. Staying motivated is essential for closing the gap between average and excellent. Focus your strengths, celebrate your successes, and stay inspired by seeking out role models and mentors who embody excellence in your chosen field. In my younger days as a manager, I would ask my sellers to make a collage of their motivations and post it in their workspace. That way, on days when it proved difficult, a quick glance at your motivation would provide extra fuel. When we compare excellence and average, it usually leads to Aristotle. He wrote, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Remember that closing the gap between average and excellent takes time, effort, and persistence. Stay committed to your goals, stay motivated, and keep practicing. You will see your performance improve over time. In sales, the difference between average and excellent is a few more steps. It is much like baseball, where the difference between an average hitter and a Hall of Famer is a couple of more hits every week. Can you give yourself a couple of extra trips to the plate every week where you can swing away? You can work at it and dedicate yourself to the pursuit of excellence as a destination. Otherwise, prepare to be average. But the average person doesn't have staying power in a performance-based system.